Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to hear is not a movie plot. It's not scripted. It's not exaggerated. Okay, maybe a little, but it's real. Tiny, the former queen of quiet loyalty, just got exposed mid-vow in a secret wedding that turned into a full-blown street fight. And guess who came swinging? None other than King Harris, with fire in his eyes, pain in his chest, and 0F*** chaos left to give. Imagine it, flowers in the air, the violins playing, guests sipping champagne thinking they're witnessing a fairy tale. And boom, doors fly open and King Harris storms in, like the final level boss. No warning, no camera angle ready, just raw, messy, family-busting chaos. 1 second they were saying, "I do." The next he's screaming, "You're not my mom," and throwing fists like he's protecting the last name Harris with his bare hands. So, what went down? Who is this mystery groom? And why did King snap in front of everyone? Strap in because Gossip Spill Vibe is diving headfirst into the most violent wedding scandal hip-hop has ever seen. This one might end careers. It was supposed to be a quiet ceremony. Just a handful of hand-picked guests, imported flowers, rented smiles, and one very expensive illusion. Tiny thought she could pull it off. A private wedding that somehow cost more than her entire R&B career ever grossed. She wore white, irony intended, and stood there beneath a glass chandelier in a mansion nobody even knew she owned, whispering vows to a man she never once posted. No press, no cameras, no family, just her secret husband, and a lie held together with designer lace until King Harris walked in, uninvited, unannounced, and completely unhinged. Now, let's be clear. This wasn't just your average love and hip-hop drama. This wasn't a side chick confrontation or a Twitter subtweet live. This was a full-on ambush. King didn't just crash the wedding, he obliterated it. Witnesses say the room went from "I do" to OSH*T in under 4 seconds. He walked in wearing all black, hoodie up, fists clenched, jaw tight. Nobody knew how he found the location. Some say he tracked a cousin's Snapchat post. Others say he paid the chef. But however he got there, he made sure his entrance counted. Guests turned. Tiny froze mid-vol. The groom blinked like he'd seen death in 4K. And King didn't flinch. He walked straight down that aisle, like it was his to reclaim. And then he said it loud, clear with all the hurt a son could carry. "You're not my mom." The words sliced through the room like a blade through buttercream cake. People gasped. Phones dropped. A bridesmaid actually fainted. And then the chaos began. King lunged. No warning, no hesitation. His fist flew before security could even react. One punch straight to the groom's jaw. The man stumbled back, arms flailing like a YouTuber in his first boxing match. Tiny screamed. Guests panicked. Champagne glasses shattered on marble floors. Someone yelled, "Call 911." And someone else tripped over a floral arch, trying to run for cover. And still, King kept swinging. "You lied to me," he shouted. "You lied to all of us." Security finally tackled him, but not before he managed to grab a mic from the DJ booth and scream into it. "She'd been cheating on my dad. Y'all clapping for betrayal." The groom, dazed and possibly concussed, tried to crawl behind the altar. Tiny in tears, begged King to stop. Her veil half torn and dress stained with someone else's spilled wine. But King didn't come for peace. He came for exposure. By the time the cups arrived, the damage was done. Guests were gone, tables flipped, decor ruined, and someone, of course, had already gone live on Instagram. That clip, it hit 1 million views before the wedding planner even called her insurance company. People reposted it with captions like "King said NH," and "This ain't a wedding, it's WrestleMania." Hashtags exploded. Tiny wedding fight. "You're not my mom." King Harris said no. The meme's immediate. One showed Tiny holding a bouquet that said, "Betrayal." Another had King's face, photoshopped over Killmonger's, with the quote, "Is this your queen?" But behind the laughs was a darker truth. Because this wasn't just a tantrum. This was years of silence combusting in a single moment. King Harris, for all his wild energy, had always protected his family name. He clapped back at trolls, defended his parents during their rocky patches, and kept quiet when things got ugly. But everyone has a breaking point, and for him, it was watching his mother vow forever to a man who wasn't his father without so much as a heads up. Sources close to the family say, King found out about the wedding 3 hours before it happened. Someone sent him a screenshot, a leaked text showing floral arrangements, RSVP lists, and the words, "Don't tell anyone. She wants it private." That was all it took. He was already dealing with his father's depression, fans questioning his loyalty, and the internet mocking his silence. And now this, a secret wedding behind his back. Nah, he wasn't built for that level of betrayal. The groom, allegedly a producer Tiny had worked with during her last comeback, has remained silent. No interviews, no posts, no apologies, just bruises and a lawyer. Some say he didn't even know King existed until that punch landed. Others believe he was warned, but ignored it. Either way, he learned fast. You don't marry into the Harris legacy without baggage. And sometimes that baggage punches back. Tiny tried to do damage control. She posted a blurry black and white photo of rose petals with the caption, "Sometimes storms are necessary for clarity." The comments brutal. "Sis, this wasn't a storm. It was a sun. Delete this before King sees it." She turned off replies within 10 minutes. Meanwhile, King posted a clip of Tupac's "Me Against the World" with zero caption. No context needed. And if you think that was dramatic, wait till you hear what happened next. Because this wasn't just a one-time incident. This was the opening act, the real scandal. It wasn't about the wedding being destroyed. It was about why Tiny kept it a secret in the first place. According to multiple insiders, including one who DM'd Gossip Spill Vibe anonymously, Tiny didn't want her kids there. Not just King, all of them. She said she wanted peace, not drama, the message read. She knew King would react. That's why she didn't invite him, but she didn't expect him to find her. Let that sink in. A mother deliberately hiding her wedding from her own children. Not to protect them, but to protect the illusion. She wanted a new beginning without the past attached. A clean slate, even if it meant slicing the old one in half. That's not just shady. That's clinical level emotional detachment. And King, he didn't just crash the wedding. He exposed that cold truth in front of every guest, every camera, every follower. The fallout wasn't just physical. It was cultural. Celebrities began weighing in. Tamar Braxton posted, "When your son got up, remind you who you are. That's the real heartbreak." Ty, silent up to this point, unfollowed Tiny on all platforms and posted a cryptic story. Loyalty has an expiration date when lies become currency. That line alone sparked its own theory thread, with fans speculating on when the marriage really ended and how long Tiny had been planning her secret ceremony. Meanwhile, the video kept climbing. Talk shows disgusted. Bloggers dissected every frame. Someone even slowed down the punch and did a full 10-minute analysis titled "Breaking Down King's Form, Clean Swing, or Emotional Overload." No joke, it got 300k views in 2 days. But behind all the gossip, something had shifted. Tiny's brand, once built on resilience and quiet elegance, now screamed avoidance and chaos. And King Harris, he became a symbol, not just of rebellion, but of raw, unfiltered emotion, the kind that doesn't care about PR, optics, or forgiveness. And if you thought this wedding disaster was the climax, you're sadly mistaken, because what King didn't know, and what the internet was about to discover, was that this wasn't Tiny's first time hiding a man. In fact, there were receipts, bank transfers, and a private getaway in Cabo that hinted this relationship had been blooming for longer than anyone. Relationship had been blooming for longer than anyone expected. And when those leaks hit, it wouldn't just be the wedding destroyed. It would be Tiny's entire house of secrets. What King Harris didn't know, standing there in that wine-stained venue with blood on his knuckles and betrayal in his chest, was that the wedding was just the surface, the real rot that was still buried under a mountain of secrets. Because while he thought he was exposing his mother's impulsive mistake, the internet was about to uncover a blueprint of lies, manipulation, and money trails that led far beyond one night in a white dress. The footage of him swinging on the groom had already hit every platform. TMZ ran it on loop. Shade Room posted it twice. But just as the buzz was beginning to simmer, a new leak dropped. And this one didn't come from King. An anonymous account posted a screen-recorded email thread. Subject line, Final Cabo Itinerary, Private Getaway. Attached receipts dated 6 months earlier, showing Tiny and her now bruised groom on a luxury vacation booked under a fake LLC. The villa cost $25,000 a night. The flight private, the listed guests just 2. The email footer matched to a known entertainment assistant who once worked for a rival of T.I. The implication, Tiny didn't just secretly love this man. She funded him, flew with him, and vacationed with him using corporate cover-ups. This wasn't a spontaneous love story. It was a blueprint built on betrayal. Fans went insane. So, she had a side relationship while still tagging T in family posts. Tiny was playing a double life with Marriott points and mystery men. The jokes were brutal, but the pattern was worse. Investigators, mostly bored Twitter detectives with degrees and screenshots, matched old social media posts. A blurry wine glass from her story 6 months ago. Same glass from the leaked villa photo. A cropped selfie with beach hair. Same chair. Same balcony. Same man's watch reflecting in the corner. It was all there. She had been hiding it in plain sight. And King, he had no idea. The same account dropped another leak. This time it was a voicemail. Tiny's voice, soft, rehearsed, and completely unaware she was being recorded. I just want peace, she says. T doesn't see me anymore. This isn't cheating. It's escaping. That line hit like a slap to every fan who ever believed she was loyal. People quoted it, captioned it, remixed it into audio memes. But what came next was even worse, because the groom, still unnamed, had a past. And when people dug into it, they found court records, messy lawsuits, and whispers of extortion. A fake PR release started floating around, claiming the man once dated a woman who accused him of fraud. No one could confirm it, but in gossip spill vibe territory, facts don't go viral. Chaos does, and this chaos had receipts. Tiny Married a Scammer trended on Twitter. One YouTuber uploaded a breakdown titled Tiny's Groom is a Walking Red Flag, racking up 800k views in 24 hours. Back at the Harris household, T had reportedly moved out. Sources said he refused to speak to Tiny, even through lawyers. One assistant leaked that he cleared out his personal recording studio the night after the fight. He said, "If she can build a new life, so can I." Then he threw a mic against the wall. That same assistant claimed King hadn't returned home since the wedding. His phone was off. His team issued no statements. Only thing posted to his IG story was a quote. "When loyalty dies, you see who you are without the costume." Fans were devastated. This wasn't just drama anymore. This was the crumbling of a legacy. The Harris brand had been a staple in Black celebrity culture. Not perfect, but strong. Through infidelity, music feuds, TV meltdowns, they stood together. But this was irreversible. Tiny's silence wasn't helping. She posted another cryptic message on her close friend's story. It's always the loudest ones that carry the least truth. Everyone assumed it was about King. If it was, the backlash was instant. People commented, "Girl, your son is loud because your silence is guilty." Others wrote, "He swung, but you lied first." And then came the next blow. A payment receipt leaked. This time, not for a vacation, but for a down payment on a property. The name on the wire transfer, the same LLC from the Cabo leak. The address, a condo in Los Angeles. The signer, Tiny. The recipient, a shell company tied to the Groom. That's when blogs exploded. Ty was paying for it all along, asked one headline. Another said, Tiny funded her new man with joint assets. Suddenly, it wasn't just about love. It was financial betrayal. Speculation began that T's name might be on the LLC, that lawyers were reviewing property transfers, that the wedding may have been more than emotional cheating. It might have involved marital fraud. Nobody had full confirmation, but that didn't stop the headlines. Every hour, new theories dropped. One blogger claimed King had been trying to warn people for weeks. Another said the Groom was negotiating hush money. Nobody knew what was real, but in the world of scandal, perception is the only proof that matters. Meanwhile, King Harris was still silent, at least publicly, but a leaked text thread, allegedly between him and a cousin, revealed his state of mind. She lied to all of us. It read, I feel like I don't even exist to her anymore. The cousin responded, you went too hard. And King wrote back, not hard enough. That one sentence went viral as a screenshot. It became merch. Hoodies that said, not hard enough popped up online within hours. In the midst of all this, a wedding guest finally spoke out. Not through an interview, not through a blog, but through a TikTok storytime video. Y'all don't understand how scary it was, she said. King didn't just punch the dude. He screamed like his soul was breaking. Tiny dropped her bouquet. People were crawling under tables. It was like trauma in real time. The video went viral. Over 2 million views in 10 hours. Comments flooded in. Why does this sound like an HBO episode? He's not just mad. He's hurt. And that's the part people keep forgetting. This wasn't just scandal. This was grief. A boy watching the only version of family he thought was real go up in flames. A son betrayed, not by a stranger, but by the one person he should have never had to question. Tiny didn't just remarry. She erased a legacy, rewrote her loyalty, and did it behind the backs of everyone who built her name. And King, he wasn't just angry, he was erased, left out, treated like an inconvenience. Ty hasn't spoken, not directly, but insiders say he's preparing for legal action, not just against the LLC, but to protect assets. Some say he might go for full separation of financial accounts. Others say he's preparing to contest the legality of the wedding itself. And if you think that's extreme, you're clearly new to Harris-level drama. This isn't a breakup, it's a collapse. And what's next? Well, someone claiming to be a groomsman posted a now-deleted tweet. The wedding was just the beginning. Wait till y'all hear what happened the day before. The internet saved it, screenshotted it, and theories exploded again. Because if the day after the wedding was violent, what exactly happened the day before? And that's where the story picks up next, with a missing phone, a leaked confession, and the shocking footage King never meant to go public until now. The groom's best man thought he was being funny. That's what he claimed when fans dragged his now-deleted tweet. The wedding was just the beginning. Wait till y'all hear what happened the day before. At first, nobody took him seriously, until the internet found his old SoundCloud page, his cousin's TikTok, and a tagged post showing him holding a phone. The same phone King Harris was seen yelling at someone into just hours before the wedding meltdown. That was all it took. Reddit lit up with theory threads. Telegram groups started sharing dark screen clips. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared the world for what dropped next. At 3:42 a.m., an anonymous YouTube channel titled King Leaks posted a video called What They Didn't Show You from Tiny's Wedding. The thumbnail was blurry, the title vague, but within an hour it had 500,000 views. It opened with a shaky front camera recording of King Harris, clearly stressed, pacing back and forth in a dimly lit room. The timestamp, night before the wedding. His voice is low, almost broken. I swear if she goes through with it, I'll make sure everyone sees who she really is. Then silence. He stares straight into the camera and mutters, "That man ain't even divorced. It's not real. It's fake. All of it." The clip ends. No edits, no jump cuts. Just raw. Shaking hands and a cracked voice. The internet exploded. Tiny's new husband not legally divorced. King knowing it. The entire ceremony technically illegal. The leaks were one thing, but this turned the scandal into a legal disaster. Every gossip blog went DEFCON 1. Fake wedding. Tiny's new man still married. King tried to warn us. Memes hit hard. Tiny photoshopped as a runaway bride. King Harris rebranded as Truth in Tim's. But behind the comedy was a real growing problem. The footage looked real. The emotion in King's voice wasn't scripted. And fans weren't just watching anymore. They were investigating. By sunrise, a second clip leaked. This one from security footage. Outside the same mansion where the wedding took place. King is seen arguing with a staff member. Audio barely caught, but one line clear. "I'm not letting her walk into another lie." Security tried to block him. He shoved past. The timestamp confirmed what fans already suspected. King didn't just crash the wedding. He planned it not out of rage, out of desperation. He believed he was protecting the last shred of dignity his family had left. And the more you watch the footage, the more it made sense. Then another twist. A court reporter anonymously emailed Gossip Spill Vibe, a redacted document showing the groom, Tiny's new husband, still had pending divorce filings in Nevada. The kicker, the final hearing date, was listed 2 weeks after Tiny's wedding. In other words, her entire ceremony might have been a fantasy. Not just emotionally, but legally. The headlines couldn't contain it. Tiny married a married man. The wedding that never existed. Some fans joked it was karma. Others called it delusion. But for King Harris, it was fuel. Because just 10 minutes after that court leak, he finally posted again. No video, no rant, just a screenshot of the filing with the words, "Y'all called me crazy." The post hit 2 million likes in under 6 hours. Celebrities started showing support. Young Miami commented, "You ain't wrong." Summer Walker reposted the clip with, "That's pain." Even Boozy, who never misses a scandal, tweeted, "King Harris, a real one for standing 10 toes." Meanwhile, Tiny stayed silent, deafeningly silent. Her team issued no comment. Her socials went dark. People began unfollowing. Brand deals collapsed. One company posted, "We do not condone dishonest relationships or fraudulent representation." It was a perfume line. The irony wrote itself. Then came the final leak, the one that sealed the scandal in history. A hotel worker in Cabo posted a now-deleted video from months ago showing Tiny and the same groom arguing at the check-in desk. What made this viral? The argument was over another woman showing up unexpectedly. Fans slowed the footage, enhanced the audio, and it revealed the groom whispering, "She wasn't supposed to be here. She's still my wife." The moment that line dropped, the internet melted. That was it. That was the nail in the coffin. Not only did Tiny marry a man still entangled in another marriage, but she knew and tried to hide it. Fans dragged her mercilessly. One commenter wrote, "You had a whole show about family values and now this." Another posted, "She fumbled tea for an unfinished divorce." Harsh, but the sentiment echoed everywhere. And what about T.I.? Still no full statement, but an exclusive tip to Gossip Bill Vibe revealed he'd hired a private forensic auditor to track all shared financial assets. Allegedly, he wants proof that none of his funds were used in the secret wedding or related property. The number floating around, 2-3 million. If the audit goes public, this won't just be a family implosion. It'll be court TV levels of chaos. King Harris, meanwhile, is reportedly recording music again. One studio insider told us he's putting everything into these new tracks. There's one called No Vows for Liars. It's raw. A snippet leaked, and fans lost it. One line goes, "You stood in white, but your heart wore red." Emotional, brutal, and direct. Fans knew exactly who it was about. Tiny. Her story wasn't just collapsing on social media. It was being immortalized in lyrics. By the end of the week, King Harris had gone from viral meltdown to folk hero. His merch line sold out. His following doubled. His interviews booked and pending. Meanwhile, Tiny's world was shrinking by the hour. A former producer told a blog she thought the ceremony would cleanse her past. Instead, it exposed every scar she thought was hidden. But the real twist, the one even the audience didn't see coming, came in the form of a leaked email sent by Tiny weeks before the wedding. Subject line, "Do I tell him?" In the body she writes, "If King finds out, I'm afraid he'll never forgive me. Maybe it's best to keep this day small, quiet, for my peace." The response from the wedding planner, privacy isn't protection, it's premeditation. That email, when it hit the timeline, broke everything. Fans reposted it with a caption. She knew, she planned, she hid, she lied. And that right there is where it ends. Not with love, not with closure, but with a punch, a scream, and a silence that no veil can cover. Tiny's wedding didn't just go viral, it detonated. Her image gone, her story rewritten by her own son. And King, he didn't just crash a wedding, he exposed a legacy. And for once, the world didn't call it disrespect, they called it justice. And yet, something tells us the story isn't really over. Because in the world of celebrity lies, there's always one more leak waiting, one more receipt hiding, and one more secret still unsaid. And this is Gossip Spill Vibe, where love collapses, loyalty cracks, and the truth screams louder than the vows ever could. So now you've seen it all. The secret wedding, the hidden man, the broken son, the chaos that didn't just trend. It tore a family in half. Tiny stood under fake flowers in front of fake friends, promising forever to a man she couldn't even legally marry. Meanwhile, her real family, the one that carried her last name, her legacy, her blood, was left outside the door she slammed shut. And King Harris, he wasn't just a witness. He was the truth in human form. Uninvited, unwanted, but absolutely undeniable. One punch, one scream, one son finally saying what everybody else was too afraid to admit. "You're not my mom." And let's be real, this isn't just Tiny's downfall. It's a mirror to every fake fairy tale in the industry. To every couple that posts matching outfits but sleeps in separate beds. To every celebrity that preaches loyalty while planning exits in silence. Tiny didn't just get exposed. She got recorded, reposted, and redefined by her own son. Now the only question left is what happens next. Does Tay-Dye fight back? Does Tiny play victim again? Does King drop a diss track that ends careers? Or is there another bomb waiting to explode? Tell us in the comments, whose side are you on? Because around here, nothing stays secret for long. This is Gossip Spill Vibe, where truth breaks vows, and family feuds don't fade. They go viral. And remember, this story isn't ending. They go viral. And remember, this story isn't ending.